Hello and welcome in Magic lovers, Magic for gooders. Check out that new intro. Let's talk about that as we're back with the living end. I'm going to go ahead and keep these 7 cards the opponent mulligan. So, we've been having a discussion about changing the channel name to Magic for Good and committing to that 100% and sticking with that forever. And that's what the intro would look like. So, Magic Learning, no one is really in love with that. Not even me. I was just switching through YouTube channel names at 1 a.m. on November 29th, and YouTube's like, you've changed your name 3 times, you can't change your name again for 90 days. So it's like, alright, well, I guess we're Magic Learning for the next 3 months, and I'll figure out how to explain that in a cool way. But then, as 3 months have passed, it's been like, what would I change it to if I could? If I could redo it? Because we'll be able to redo it. It was like, we've got the Facebook group, the free group, the open group, Magic for Good, which has gone absolutely crazy, by the way. It's growing insanely fast. If you're not in there, you should be in there. It's super awesome. And I'm starting to post more stuff in there. Some exclusive stuff, some of these videos. But think twice. Okay, we're up against some control. I think this is that Sun Titan business. It's got sweepers. Let's see if we can draw some Fulminator mages, Big Chief Fulms. End step, gonna cycle this. See what happens. I'm gonna cycle these Street Wraiths. There's a living end, which is actually, and there's the Chewer. Yeah, maybe we need to rethink the main deck Chewers. It's unclear. Yeah, I asked the group what they thought. They're like, yo, go with Magic for Good. It's sweet. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Also, so, we'll be able to change the name the start of March. And this is better because instead of me changing the name 3 times in 5 minutes at 1 a.m., we've got a couple weeks to think it over. So the alternatives are like MTG Training. I don't like MTG. For one, I do like MTG because it lets us, it's better for SEO, search engine optimization. However, I don't want to use MTG. Magic sounds cooler, and I don't want to use Wizards of the Coast brand name. Are we going to get Vendilion clicked, or is there going to be Think Twice, is what I'm hoping. Think several times. Okay, well, the best thing we can draw is a Fulminator Mage. I'm going to cast an Ingot Chewer. Why? So we can get the beatdowns, baby. And so we have a target for Demonic Dread. Your move. I like Magic for Good because it's like, it's a little bit outrageous, and it's like, okay, we've got a mission, right? It's about something more. Path Exile, I love you. Yes. Path my Ingot Chewer. Don't mind if we do that. Okay, so I'm going to start off here by cycling this Jungle Weaver. And then I'm going to cycle one of these Street Wraiths. And then I'm going to play another one. 3, 4, 5. You know, we might just get totally ranched by a sweeper, but Interesting. We got Mana Leaked or Remanded? Mana Leak on the Jungle Weaver, okay. Alright, your move, old buddy, old pal. Your turn, my friend. Okay, here comes something. What is this? Elspeth. Okay, that's pretty annoying. That's pretty annoying. Well, is it that annoying? Because we're going to have 4 Street Wraiths. By the way, this is a matchup where Urborg would be really good. So that we could sneak our Street Wraiths across the battlefield. I'm going to cycle this Minotaur. We could cast it and have another creature, but if we can draw a Fulminator Mage, that would be really helpful. Cycle. It's worth it to go looking. You know, I'm going to keep this Carabid so that if we really need to, we can go EOT, Outburst, untap, play the Carabid, Demonic Dread. We still need a creature for this. Okay, there's a Serum Visions. 3, 4, 5. We've got 15. If we count the Outburst, we've got a lethal attack for 19, even if the opponent kills the Weaver and the Carabid with Elspeth. Highly theoretical. See what happens with that. Okay, if there's a Supreme Verdict, which is my expectation, then okay. Green, red, 1, Violent Outburst. I'm doing it now before the opponent can jam a land. I don't know if they played a land. And seems like we should just be able to basically turn them sideways. I'm not cycling the Carabid. Okay, we won. I wasn't going to cycle the Carabid because they might have had a Spell Pierce, but they probably had aces full of spell snares. Okay. Oh, we do have the 4 Fulminators in this list. And then I want the Beast Withins. I want a Ricochet Trap. I want a Simian. I don't really want the Chewers. And I don't really care for the Shriekmaws. Sideboard is kind of loose here. We can't really use any of these cards. So, yeah. Well, there's the power of the Suspended Living End. That game it was actually very strong against Mana Leaks in a slow control deck. If we had a 4th Living End to bring in, I probably would do that. Yeah, I'm not going to bring in the Chewer as a way to kill Relic. We don't know that they even have it, and we have the Beast Within, so let's do that instead. Yo, we're back. Opponent's playing 61. I think I'm going to keep this. We don't have red mana, but raw cards is fine in this matchup. We do have Suspended Living End again, which is a-okay by me. Could have gone to, and we have an Outburst and a Beast Within, and we've got a Simian Spirit Guide, so we can potentially set the opponent up. I'm going to take Pain to play the Carabid. I want to take Pain earlier than later so that we can try to set them up with the Outburst Simian Spirit Guide combo. That is a big way to win. Is basically we can win out of nowhere. There's a Grove. We are going to need to draw more Cyclers, and yeah, we're going to need to draw more Cyclers in order to win this game. That was really our blessing last game, as we drew so many Cyclers. We drew all 4 Street Wraiths. That's not typical. Okay, although that is certainly good. So we've got Grove at the ready, or we've got Beast Within at the ready. We can Outburst, not that it's very good right now. Again, we're looking for Big Chief Fulms. was happy to win the last game without drawing one, although I don't know if I want to count on. Yeah, rest in peace. There you go. We do have Beast Within, but Mana Leak is a thing. So the question is whether we beast it right now or if we wait. I'm gonna wait until we can try to get to 6 mana. 4, 1, 5, and I'm gonna be very optimistic here to spend Living End. Lots of optimism. Well, it's fine we didn't draw those cyclers because they would be over in Exile Island right now. Exile Island. Okay. Turn 5, Angel of Death 7. I wonder where Angel of Death 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are at. Where you at, yo? Oh, the opponent missed a land drop, which is helpful. That's got to be good for us. Can't be too bad for us. So we can beast that Rest in Peace. Maybe that will be helpful. We could even just beast a land and try to go on the beatdown. This is interesting. We could let the opponent discard and let our Living End fizzle. Or we could go fight over Rest in Peace. Or we could beast within an opponent's land. I'm gonna go fight over the Rest in Peace. Is this correct? I don't know. Am I committing to a decision? Yes. Negate. Well, so much for that. So in that case, I'm gonna cycle the Deadshot, just looking for a bigger creature or for a Fulminator Mage, really. And then here's our Living End, which does a big fat nothing. Looking for our buddy Fulms over here. Alright, cast this thing. Demonic Dread. My optimism this game is at an all-time low of winning. The prospects are negligible. The question is, how many Rest in Peace do we think our opponent plays here? How many? Snapcaster Mage for the beats. For the beat sticks. Street Wraith. I mean, I guess we should play it. Demonic Dread, your Snapcaster Mage cannot block my Simian Spirit Guide. Get in for 2. I want the opponent to make a quick recovery so we can scoop him up and move on to the next one. Either that or we win really easily. I mean, I just don't see it. Opponent has 7 cards. They've got to do something, man. They've got to do something. Here's the Street Wraith. Your turn. I want an Urborg in this beast. Okay, there's a plains. We've got all the lands we could ever want. Casting Wolf Run would be insane. In the Membrane. Meanwhile, opponent, they've got plenty of cards. Maybe they should have pathed their own Snapcaster Mage, so that they could have hit some lands. They seem like they need some lands. You seem like you need some lands, my friend. Why not path your own Snapcaster? Snoopcaster. Okay. Go ahead and get a Stomping Ground. And Ricochet Trap. Not the best Ricochet Trap. I've got a feeling though we're this isn't a statistical thing, but we're due for Fulminator Mages, right? We've got to be. We've got to be due for Fulminator Mage. By my estimation. Okay, should have just been letting the opponent discard stuff this whole time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna wait on the Jungle Weaver and just maybe the opponent just continues to discard cards. That is a theoretical plan. Something I should have potentially done way back when. Well, I've got a feeling that they're gonna find their lands. Put a card on the bottom and on the bottom. Crazy. Crazy. No, I don't want to play Violent Outburst. Deadshot Minotaur. We can do better than this. We can do better than a random 3/4 at this point. Yeah, can we? With the random ape. You remove. Let the opponent continue to discard. Ah, they hit a land. Alright, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Gideon Jura. So we could Outburst. Grove. I'm pretty close to conceding. We've got a lot of lands, not a lot of action. This version of Living End is not really optimized against control. Okay, if this thing gets countered, well, we do have Ricochet Trap. Although I don't want to reveal Ricochet Trap. Although since it's only a one of, maybe I do want to reveal it. Okay, cast Living End. See if this Gideon gets Druid. Okay, buff guy. 3, 4 mana. Are we gonna get Cryptic Command? Counter target spell, draw a card. Change the spell. So we could. I'm gonna concede. I don't want to reveal Ricochet Trap. I don't think we're gonna win this game. I just don't see it. I'm gonna cycle the Weaver. If we hit Beast Within and we can beast that Rest in Peace, then sure, we'll keep playing. We only have one Beast Within in the deck though. So opponent still has 6 cards. We know they're not lands. They're all gas. And it's sometimes better to just say, alright, bro, you win. Although, oh, there is Beast Within, okay. Alright. So we're going to Beast the Rest in Peace. Give the opponent a 3/3. And then we're going to Ricochet Trap the Cryptic. Cryptic Command. And we're going to change the target to Ricochet Trap. So I believe they don't draw a spell because it's going to fizzle. Nice. And then we weren't able to get anything back, but now it looks like maybe we have a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. So we could Fulminator Mage. We could play Demonic Dread and then in response sack the Fulminator Mage and we'll get 2 land destruction spells. I just don't think that's impressive enough. I think that we need to do better. So I want to hold on to these and hopefully we don't draw either of our... Oh, we only have 1 living end left actually. So this is a matchup where I'd like to have a 4th in the sideboard. We can't throw away our last living end, so nonchalantly we have to... Alright, Simian Spirit Guide buys a Path to Exile. So we've got the mana. We've got the mana. Oh god, is there another Rest in Peace? Alright, you win. So the opponent plays multiples of those. I scoop. Multiple Rest in Peace. We could go to Slaughter Games Rest in Peace. Sure, why not? I'm cut a Demonic Dread. All the Slaughter Games get in the van. Sure. No Chewers, no Shriekmaws. Alright, we're on the play here. Fulminator Mage. No Fulminator Mage. But I am going to keep. And I'm going to take a pain. So there's different ways to sequence this. You could cycle the Street Wraith and then you could cycle the Carabid. It's all unclear what's best. I don't know if there is a best. So if we're looking for anything, it's a card called Fulminator Mage. And a Beast Within would help. Again, I like Slaughter Games in this matchup. I'm liking it more. I'm liking it more, although it still is coming down maybe on turn 4, right? Oh, there's Fulminator Mage, which is another good one. So if the opponent does not have Rest in Peace, I'm going to like our position a lot more than if they have Rest in Peace. Okay. And that's gotta be it. So annoying, man. So annoying. Alright, well we need to look for a... We just have to look for one of our Beast Withins. There's another Slaughter Games. Maybe we can just Slaughter Games them right out of the game. The problem is that they've got Gideon, they've got Elspeth. I doubt they're super reliant on any of these one individual cards to win. I'm going to cycle the Street Wraith. And there's a Ricochet Trap. You know, let's just go after the opponent's land. Then we can Pale Recluse, and that gives us a better chance of hitting our 5th mana to Slaughter Games with Ricochet Trap up, if that's what we want to do. Although, at this point, I don't know what we Slaughter Games. Although, I do think that these Slaughter Games are better than Demonic Dreads. Or whatever else Garbums we went with. Yeah, the problem is we've got the land destruction, but we don't have... It's all getting exiled. And we don't have any pressure. It's all bad, man. There might have been worth waiting as well. Probably was worth waiting. Violent Outburst. Okay, let's go ahead and get an Overgrown Tomb. Overgrown tomb. Play it. Ship the turn. So maybe we can slaughter games all the opponent's win conditions. Is that possible? Take their one Gideon, take their one Elspeth, and we win? Can that be done? Think twice. Not the best one, huh? Oh, by the way, we don't need a Ricochet Trap to protect slaughter games because... Oh, we should have used it to protect Fulminator Mage. That would have been really much better. So what are we going to even slaughter games? I'm going to name Elspeth. Maybe if we can take out the opponent's actual win conditions, we can win. Elspeth. Sun's Champion. We did get one. And we're also going to get some cryptic commands. Okay, let's see what the opponent has left. 2 Gideons. No Celestial Colonnades. And a Narset. Can we literally take the Elspeths and... There's no Snapcasters, look at this. There's 2 Snapcasters. There's the Cryptics, which I would love to take, but if we just take the 2 Elspeths and the 2 Gideons, the opponent is down to 2 Snapcasters to actually win the game. 0 Celestial Colonnade. Wow. Wow. That's pretty dumb if that works. Exile these. Obviously I want to take the Cryptics, but... Mana Leaks, Negates, Paths. There's 2 Gideons. Okay, let's just take the Gideons the next turn, and that seems like it should be it. Angel of Death's Exile. I mean, on one hand, I would like to slaughter games the Cryptics, because there's 3 of them in the opponent's hand. But if we take the Gideon, then it's literally, can the opponent kill us with Snapcaster Mages? I realize that there's 3 there's 3 Cryptics. Let's take a look at it. Maybe we just want to take the Cryptics. Is there any way we're going to lose? This game became very interesting. There's 3 Cryptics. We could leave the opponent with a Path and a Supreme Verdict. I kind of want to do that because I could imagine losing to just the snaps. I don't know. But there's 4 Sphinx's Revelations. So the opponent has 2 Negates, 4 Paths, 4 Cryptics, a Condemn, Mana Leaks. I think I'm going to take the Cryptics and leave the Gideon, which is going to have us less likely of winning, but we're going to win faster, which I actually care about time, so I'm going to. It's just hard to not take the 3 Cryptics. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we've got a few answers to Gideon if I cost us the game there for that reason, like whatever. I don't care that much. I made a life play for time, although the opponent might have conceded. Okay, we do need more lands. Forest Cycle. Although I think we'll be able to take the Gideons out with Outburst plus. We should be able to take the Gideons out with Outburst plus Ricochet Trap. If not, whatever. Again, how can I not take the 3 Cryptics? And at this point, I believe we just want to start casting creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, on one hand I want to go for the win. On the other hand, how can you not take 3 Cryptics with slaughter games? What would you do? WWYD. Question, what would Confucius do? That's relevant. Oh, did the opponent draw Sphinx's Revelation? They did. Should I have just countered the... Should I have just taken the Gideons? Yeah, I'm asking the opponent. So hard to not take the 3 cryptics. The opponent says dunno, which is great. Alright, well we've drawn Beast Within, so I think that that's worth saving to go after Gideon later on. Although my new concern is if they chain Sphinx's Revs. Opponent says they can probably win the mill game. Maybe. Yeah, there might be some truth to that. Okay, there's a path. Sure. Go ahead and get a forest. Second main, go for Big Chief Deadshot. Cast this. Yeah, there's the mill game. Maybe they can win the mill game. I don't believe the opponent can win the mill game. Alright, there's another think twice. How can they win the mill game? We can just stop cycling and start casting things, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could definitely see us losing this game, though, to those Gideons. I would like to just draw Slaughter games, and those are Serum Visions. Although I'm not sure what I would actually take with Slaughter games at this point. I would like to take the Gideons, but yeah, Gideon makes the most sense. Here's another Deadshot. It's going to be slow. It would be nice if you could Ricochet trap Sphinx's Revelation. By the way, this video is going to take an hour to render. Got real work to do, people. Who's watching? You better be loving this, because I could be doing some real productive stuffs. 3. Yeah, I mean, if the opponent is chaining Sphinx's Revelations, we could definitely lose. There's some living ends. Hit the opponent. Down to 13. Hope they don't have Sphinx's Rev. They don't have Sphinx's Rev. Okay. They've drawn something. They're not playing it. There's a Weaver, which is legit. Attack with Deadshot. See what's up. Path to Exile, use this ability, go get a Swamp. Second main, 3, 4, 5. I'd like to play Deadshot through. I would like to hold our Ricochet trap to take out Gideon, and if the opponent mana leaks our Jungle Weaver, that's fine. This way we can cast a Deadshot later on with Beast Within / Ricochet trap, whatever, backup. Okay. Basically, yeah, I mean, the opponent does have a few insane top decks. They must have drawn... Yikes. They must have drawn Sphinx's Revelation with how fast they passed. I've got a feeling. Otherwise, it would make sense to use Supreme Verdict. Opponent down to 8. So we're about to find out. Oh, they didn't draw it. Glacial Fortress. Okay, here's Supreme Verdict. No, maybe here's Gideon. Alright, that's the one that we care about. It's dead. So we go to the end step, and we're going to beast that thing. And we've got Ricochet Trap to try to force it through. Just negate. Ricochet Trap. On negate, change the target to Ricochet Trap. They might have another negate. And it's dead. 3, 4, 5. And I would like to Violent Outburst. We still have 2 living ends, and they're basically... No, I don't want a Violent Outburst. That's our answer to the next Gideon. I do think I'm going to Demonic Dread. And I'm going to cast it. And yeah, I don't know about that. I don't really want to get mana leaked, so I'm going to wait 1 turn. Question, how could the opponent win this mill game? There's a think twice. Hoping they just draw lands at this point. Again, they've got 3 Sphinx's Revelations left. There's another Outburst, which is maybe okay at this point because it pushes through extra damage. By the way, Dryad Arbor would be fantastic in this match. Extra creature would go a long way. Okay, see what they've got. If it's a Sphinx's Revelation, we're probably going to lose. Although the mill game is tight. Could come down to time as well. There's another Outburst. My draws are starting to suck. Attack. Well, at this point we can, if the opponent doesn't have any removal and doesn't have Sphinx's Revelation, which is pretty unlikely. What could the opponent be holding? Remands. Basically lands. Condemn, maybe. Okay, green, red. Try to make it 4. We might as well go for it. We don't have infinite time. It's not cast Living End. We might get condemned. Really want to win this match so that we can move on. Opponent down to 4, but if they have Sphinx's Revelation, we're super dead. Don't have it, okay. Here is either a Sphinx's Revelation or that last Gideon. Okay, there's a Supreme Verdict. Well, we're out of creatures. There's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have mana to play Leaks. 2, 3. Here's a Jungle Weaver. Maybe they have 2 mana leaks. That would make sense. It would explain a lot. Okay. Well, I'm determined to win this match, so if it comes down to time, it comes down to time. We have a 4-minute advantage. Alright, well there's Serum Vision, so that's likely to find either, yeah, puts a card on top, puts a card on bottom, so that's either going to find the Gideon or the Sphinx's Revelation. And at this point, we're out of stuff, so we may need to try to win this on... Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm expecting a big-ass Sphinx's Rev. Here it is. No, it's a Snapcaster Mage. They're going for the win. So I could have thrown down an Outburst right now. I think that I'd prefer to throw down a Living End because, or if we draw a creature. They kept the Snapcaster. That makes sense. They have to go for the win. So we have the one Living End. I'd like to keep it in the deck. Since we haven't drawn anything, I'm gonna suspend Living End because that's gonna get there before that Snapcaster is gonna kill us. Slightly before. This became an insane match. That's gonna take hours to render. So again, if you made it all the way to the end, you better tell me you loved it. It will make me happy. Okay. There's a Weaver. But now I want to wait till this Living End comes off. It's crazy the opponent hasn't drawn Sphinx's Revelations. Okay, we're down to 6. There's a Grove. Ship the turn. We're going to go to 4 with this Living End coming off. Where is your Rev, bro? Just straight gassy lands. Okay. Are we going to fight over this Living End? Have to cast it. Have no choice. Opponent down to 3 minutes. Living End. We're going to get negated. Negate. Okay, well, that's no big deal. I'm going to cast the Jungle Weaver. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does that Verdant Catacombs have anything to fetch? I don't think so. Yeah, actually, we've got an Overgrown Tomb still left, and we can afford to go to 3. Alright, let's see if they've drawn their Gideon. There's a Seachrome Coast. Okay, I've got a game plan. We might get condemned. I'm going to go to 3. It doesn't seem like it makes a difference. And we do have a land. Oh, we don't have a land. I thought we had an Overgrown Tomb. Oh, it's in play. Well, fucked up. Demonic Dread on your Snapcaster Mage. You can't block. Okay. Opponent has 2 cards left. 1 value Demonic Dread. It's got a great ability. Okay, what is that? We won! We won the match. What an epic match. Awesome. Okay, well tomorrow we're moving on to something else. It was a really fun match. Good sport between me and the opponent. Learned a lot. It's 11:14 a.m. over here, and I have done some math and some sequencing, and have a long day ahead of me. So let's get to it. Much love to you all, and welcome. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And if you made it this far and you haven't taken the free lesson, make sure to check that out. What, how, why, what we can do the most with Magic the Gathering. So check it out. Peace. Much love.